Tegimor si carita benedictus. Hello, witches and other magical creatures. I had decided to start these more witchy readings after I started my graveyard series back in October, and it turned out we were releasing witch spirits that, were trapped with ancestral curses and whatnot. And let's just face it, the world could do a lot better with some more empowered witches, on the right, the right track. But anyways, tonight we will be using the Witch's Tool Spread to set up, and then we will go from there. Now, in the meditation that I did leading up to this reading right before, I was getting roots from a tree, fear, not sure what that's about, but we'll find out, and water linked to intuition, which we'll get into more of this reading too. So let's light them up. I continue to do more of these readings in the near future. If you have any suggestions, I am free to any suggestions. If everybody's staying well during this flu and COVID season, whatnot they throw in at us now. Monkey, smallpox, whatever. Monkeys, pox. Mind my cough and my voice. Sickness has been going around here with me and my kids. But we're all starting to get better a little bit, and other ones are falling sick, so bear with me here. But this is the Witch's Tool Spread, and we will start out in the witch position, okay? Imagination, air. See if you get. I love these cards. We can get a good look at them here. This is the energy. The energy of the situation is the mind. I'm thinking, yes, this goes right along with the intuition. And water will help you connect to that. It sure does help me. I live near the Ohio River, so I'm very connected to that. And I recently got connected to the Atlantic Ocean, but we're going to clarify with the Everyday Witch Tarot here on that position. Oh, goodness sakes. There we go. The Knight of Pentacles. This is like the mind. This has nothing to do with like mind over money, but no. Because Knights are about, oh goodness, okay. Oh, Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, someone's up in their mind. Like causing your own mental turmoil here. And some of you may be being stubborn. You don't want any help with that. Okay, I get where we're going here. This goes along with the roots. I feel some of you's ancestors or guides, however you connect with your intuition or your magic or whatnot. It's like you're refusing, you need to connect with your ancestors more, or you're refusing help from a guide. That's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. Yes, look, it's like she's in meditation here. Meditation is a good thing. That's how I reach the subconscious. We'll do that. Talk about that in a bit when the water part of my meditation comes up for this reading. But yeah, we have all these stones, and stones will represent ancestors. But we have the owl in the background on this little tree, and it's like there's wisdom coming in from somewhere. But you may not be seeing it, or you may not, you may be having a hard time accepting it. I don't know. Let's go to the potions and spells position. Let's see what's up more there. Healer. Look at there, the witch. Classic. The witch card popped out in my first witchy reading. Oh, I still did Virgo punches. I'd do it, but the healer. Oh yes, you're definitely the communication, because we have the crow right there on the rock behind her, like she's not seeing them. or they're watching out and trying to communicate. And you know what? Just because that came out like that, we will pull on the crow call deck. The little crow in the picture. Oh, let me get it. To clarify that one. Oh, okay. No, these just weren't. Yeah. It's a 444 kind of day. Action. Action's needed. We need to get this message out. You need to pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to however you communicate with the sacred or, you know, your ancestor realm. Have you seen us in your dreams? We've been trying to show you a prophecy. Dream work. Some of you may need to get into dream work. I'm going to be working on that myself here this winter after Christmas and the holidays, because, you know, they're a bit busy and hustling, but and starting a dream journal and whatnot, and using my different protections. And I did start already with the get, because you have to get used to a good restful sleep to be able to recall, you know, your unconscious memories, your ancestral things. This goes along with the water that I was seeing in the meditation. When think of your earthly self, your consciousness. You know, if you want to get past that, your consciousness, this would be like your different charts. There's the tropical astrology chart, then we have the Vedic astrology chart, and we have the draconic astrology chart. Think of it as the ocean, and you see you're on an island. That island, that sand, that island itself is your physical self. You're conscious. That's your physical self. That's your tropical chart. To start going, you know, past that, to see if I can explain it the right way, to take your energy level to the next step, so you can reach your subconscious. You know, if you get to your unconscious, here, let me tell you. Anyways, that land is your tropical, and then you go towards your Vedic. You're going to the beach, and you're feeling the ocean waves coming in. It's kind of drawing you, and you're almost there. That's your subconscious, your Vedic. And then you get to your draconic when you get to the ocean. You know, the ocean is vast possibilities if you can tap into your unconscious, which would be the dark matter, dark energy, especially the dark goddess feminine energy. Check out my dark goddess shadow work series if you're interested in that. But that would pretty much be universe, sacred, source, godiverse, whatever you want to call the most high energy. And some of you are being told to visit a metaphysical store. You know, if you have the extra money this season, I know it's rough with the holidays, but it is good to just go to a metaphysical store around you, or online if there's none around you. I know that's not available to everybody. And get what calls to you. You know, it doesn't have to be anything really expensive, but I've noticed whenever I go that I always get drawn to, you know, follow that intuition that goes along with the subconscious thing I just told you with the island and water magic. You can even use water magic as a battery, but side note, whole other video. But I always get drawn to stuff in metaphysical store that I need in my practice that is very important in some way or another. But let's pull a few more crows on that. They just don't want me to shuffle. It's a slow kind of day. Yes, see, this would go right along with needing to connect with the ancestor realm, the sacred realm more, the goddess, whatnot. I don't think it's godiverse sources, feminine and masculine, you know, yin and yang stuff. But let's go on to the coven position. Fire, passion. Interesting, because I was getting heat. I felt hot at the end of that meditation, too. Anyways, this is the coven position. How to feel more supported. I felt the need to also tap into Kundalini energy when I was meditating to get visions for you all. And that is fire energy. You know, that is feminine energy. And if you work with fire magic and water magic, you know, it's like the fire and ice kind of thing. But let's clarify on that some more. Queen of Wands. Could you get more powerful? Awesome. Loving my Queen of Wands. Definitely on the fire magic. Because we have that beautiful dragon she's sitting on. Kundalini energy, if you tap into it when you meditate or whatever, is fire energy. You know, you have to tap into that. And snakes and dragons, both reptiles, both represent that. Okay. Good, it's gonna let me shuffle now instead of all the messages and popping out. I shouldn't be surprised because now our witch energy is rather witchy. Yes. And this death card is very interesting to me because he's like cutting that little cord. Yes, I feel like once you tap into the fire magic and use the water, you know, deepen your intuition. However you do so, there's lots of ways to do it. Just, you know, just what I say that works for me doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work for you. You know, everybody's different. You just have to kind of work with it and see what works for you. And keep a diary. That's very, very, very much helpful. But yes, death card is usually something ending for something new to begin. It's like the ancestors are wanting you to cut that cord and just dive in. Don't be scared, because you know that dragon's also symbolizing protection, and she's sitting on that huge dragon trying to maybe protect herself. I know it's very scary. I know I'm not going to lecture anybody, but it is so worth it when you do. Okay, let's actually pour my one on that. Three of Wands, yes. Once you do that, all your ships start coming in. I know it's cliche with this card, but it's like you see everything that you envisioned, everything that you've been trying to manifest up until this point. You'll see that coming in, okay? If you tap into the fire magic more and tap into the water magic more to increase your intuition with the water. Fire magic, I particularly use it for protection and, well, a lot, because it's feminine energy and the dark goddess energy, and that's what I really, really like to work with. But let's go down to the divination card. Familiars, guardians, yes, ancestors will guard you too. Our guides will guard you, and we all have familiars. And I'm thinking, I know this isn't a dog, but I don't know if many of you work with Hecate. I love working with Hecate, one of my utmost favorites, but I've noticed the protection on the little black cat. But I'm thinking Hecate because then we have the toad. And this goes along with the tapping into your intuition more, with going into your unconscious too, because Hecate is associated with the toad on the Kabbalah tree, because the toad in the realms she can hop between realms, witches can hop between realms, and this also goes along with the Graveyard series with the witches that are releasing, but they can hop between realms. So and to do that, you need to be able to tap into dark matter, tap into the dark energy, and reach that unconscious. And there's other ways to do that too. I will come out with that more in videos, because it's a whole other video in itself. But just to get you started, and yeah, I told you you try the water magic, try the meditation helped a lot with me. You need to ground yourself before you try to tap in, or use earth energy to ground yourself. Because some people, if they don't do that, and they start tapping into the Kundalini energy and meditating, it's intense. And working with Hecate is intense. And if you combine those two, you just need to have you just need to be ready, okay? So be grounded. Down here in the Guardian Familiar, clarifying, 8 of Pentacles. Yes, your guides and guardians and ancestors are working very, very hard to help clear out your energy and make it a safe go for you to move on from here. Because we have, the besoms or the brooms here, and those represent protection. I have handmade ones made from flowers and everywhere around my home for protection. Lots and lots of pentacles. There's lots and lots of black cats in this too. Black and white cats symbolize protection from ill spirits. 10 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. Yes, they're wanting a lot of you to walk away from something that's burdening you. Something that has been weighing on you so hard that it's like going up a wet, slopey hill. You just keep sliding down. They want you to walk away towards the water. Classic. Gorgeous. Love it. I love how, I like how to do these witchy readings too, because I don't have to hold back from my other readings, because not everybody that watches my videos are witches, obviously. But I try to hold back and not talk about it as much on there, because you tend to get some judgy people, and I don't need all that hate thrown at me. I mean, I don't mind it. I'll shrug it off, but I don't need it thrown, right? And here, sorry guys, like I said, that cough from that blue is brutal, but in the broom position, we have, oh guys, in the broom position, and I just told you what broom means, clearing out our space, clearing out negative energy, clearing out stale energy. In the broom position, which is how to move past the situation or clear your energy, is classic. We have cleansing, and we have water. Just classic. Yes, there is a female guide here, because you see that female in the background. It's like you're walking in, like, just cleanse me now. Let's just move on with this and just protect me while I go on this healing journey. And that is beautiful, and oh, I love it for you guys. But let's clarify more. I just saw the moon flip through here when I was shuffling. Definitely Dark Goddess. Moon's definitely associated with Hecate. I'm also hearing Lilith. I did do a Dark Goddess video for shadow work with Lilith here not too long ago. You can check it out in my page. But then we got the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords and the King. Okay. So clarifying the water and the cleansing, we have the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Now let me take a look at these, because these are 3 major players in the tarot deck. Some of you may be players. No harm against that. That's not, no judgment. We all learn. But I don't think that's for most of you, because we have the Queen of Wands, and I'm noticing her in the middle. Okay. And the Queen of Wands is very analytical. She's very quick. She's very smart. But she can be very quick to cut things off that do not benefit her. She's very good at using her discernment. And to be good at using your discernment, this is a big lesson for me, trust me. You have to tackle your demons and tap into the Kundalini and fire energy. You have to be able to hit that unconscious, through your subconscious, and get out of the matrix living in that tropical chart, to be able to use your discernment correctly and more efficiently, I should say. Because between her, or she's in between, the King of Cups and the King of Wands. So I feel like a lot of you here, this is probably your ego. Trying to tame your ego, taming the beast. Because the King of Wands can be, how do I explain this? Your ego between having control and your emotions. Okay? We have to balance the ego to evolve, to raise our vibration, so our magic can be more fruitful, so we can have more results, so we can be on our life purpose, right? Like I said, going to that draconic, or going from your Vedic to your draconic chart, from that tropical chart. But then we got the brooms. Oh Lord, now we got the broomstick. It's like broom, broom, broom. Definitely clear out. Oh, I didn't grab my lemon to show you guys. I should go get it. But if you need to test places in your home or wherever, you can take a lemon and place it in whatever room you need to check. And over time, if there's no negative energy about, the bad negative energy, because, feminine energy can be negative, but, the negative energy that's not for your best good. If there's negative energy or like that around, the lemon will start to get green in spots or black and start to just get gross. If it stays positive, then that lemon, and actually, I'm going to grab it for you guys real fast. Hold on. Anyways, if there's no energy like that around, that lemon will not turn green and black and will eventually get small and hard and just a golden, like brownish color. Okay? That was the first ever lemon I ever did. But this was in the athame position, broomstick, and clearance. These are additional steps to take at this time. And you're definitely told to cleanse. And some of you may need to use dragon blood sage. That's what I did. And also, if you're doing dream work, you can use mugwort and damiana. I have used it in tea. I've smoked it. Just be careful with the damiana because it could raise your blood pressure if you're not easy, and too much of it can make you have... It's good for lucid dreamings, but you don't want to go too lucid, okay? You want to be able to deep dive into your subconscious and unconscious, because that'll help you go from that island with the water magic and go out to the sea, like I explained. That will help you dive into that, but let's clarify some on the athame position, on clearance, the broomstick. And it's creepy, I just saw this, but it looks like there is a face, like the ancestors, you guys are watching you. There's a face back there in that gold behind that broom. With, it just looks like wings or a horn. No, that is a goat with a face. Yes. Okay, King of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. And the Seven of Wands. Lots of kings here. That's like 3 of the 4 kings. So that is somebody who either there's an emperor that you need to work with, or a male type energy. For some 7 of Wands, looks like some people will be coming against you. New levels, new devils. When you evolve, spiritually, or your soul evolvement, new levels, new devils. That stuff will come at you. And for others of you, this is meaning, with all these kings, an emperor energy, you need to tap into more of your masculine energy, because to be balanced, to have that 2 of Pentacles, which I was also getting in the pre-shuffle before this, that as above, so below, you have to be balanced. You have to be able to balance your feminine and male energies, okay? Okay, well, we are going to now pull on a few oracles to close it up. I think we will use the Yule and the Silverman first. What are... What the heck was that? Did you guys hear that? No idea what that was. Must have been one of my cats. Even though I don't see one of my cats. Anyways, guys. Something strong coming through here. Key. Definitely with Hecate, because the key. We have 33 here. The key, which is the 8 of diamonds. It's coming in fast. Hecate is associated with keys, because she's the keeper of the crossroads. Okay? A lot of you are coming to a crossroads when you evolve your magic, when your magic starts to grow, and there's new levels, new devils. Hecate will be there to help protect, which is one of the many things she does. Okay. Let's get. Well, let's just see what comes out for now. There's that tree. 7 of Hearts. Choices. This is telling you to make a choice. Some of you may need to study the Kabbalah tree, because you can definitely learn some from that, especially if you're doing shadow work with the different demons and the different realms and lessons. Well, I'll let you guys dive into that again, whole other video. But this is telling you to make a choice to dig to your roots, to dig into your ancestral roots, because it connects you, keeps you grounded, it gives you wisdom, and will help you to tap into higher magic, higher energy, the sacred. It'll help connect you to the sacred. Okay? Sorry if I seem excited, guys. I've been waiting to do this kind of a video for a while. I've had the idea, I had the thumbnail made forever. Just never felt I just felt the real need to bring out tonight. Okay, 34 fish. This is the King of Diamonds. Another king. Yes, definitely. Some of you tap into that masculine energy, and it's interesting because we have the water energy, which is feminine. And the masculine energy, a lot of people associate with the fire energy, a lot of people associate with masculine energy, but it's actually deeply, deeply embedded in feminine energy too. Side note. But we got the fish here. Fish would represent like a Christ-like consciousness that would go along with the tapping into the dark energy, because, you know, well, we're not going to get into the Christ-like figure tonight, but the King of Diamonds. Money. Yeah, I gotta warn you. I mean, I don't want to judge people, but be careful what you do magically for others for money, because, I mean, it can affect you. Okay? That's what that's telling me. Let's clarify more on the divination. Stork. The Queen of Hearts. Yes, when a lot of you tap into the water energy, it's like a rebirth, because you have that baby there. You know, storks deliver babies. It's kind of the true meaning of what baptism is before the Roman Catholic Church took it and spun their own kind of story on it. If you go back and research your ancestors, like the pagans and all that, which, don't be weirded out by the word pagan. A lot of people associate it with evil, and pagan technically just means anything that's they thought wasn't Christian back then. Okay. And Irish, look into Irish roots for some of you. That just came to me. I have those as well. But it's saying that that'll be a rebirth. And it'll give you lots of wisdom, because it looks like a hermit, the hermit man there with the little lantern, does it not? Knowledge. When you research, when I was first starting out back in the day, especially when I was researching, you know, ancestors, and I did grow up going to church, so I know all about that. Took theology, and when I started digging into the truth of it all, well, let's just say, a whole other video, I'll let you guys see that on your own. But anyways, my point was, when you go to research something, it's like, the Bible didn't make much sense to me until I read the lost books of the Bibles that are now found, that were taken out, right? It's like, I'm not sure how to explain this. Well, we'll just clarify more on that. Spirit's not letting me say that right now, because, like I said, it's too deep for tonight. Okay. Well, we'll do a few more of these, and then we will close out with a few of the Yule Oracle cards. Okay. Woman, Ace of Hearts. Yes, definitely water, because I associate the Ace of Hearts, or no, this is the Ace of Spades, my bad. But definitely water, because, like I said, water energy, feminine energy. And she has red, again, with the fire energy. She has all those red roses. She has the moon in the background. And she's got the wings, which remind me of our ancestors. A lot of people think that our ancestors are typically what angels would be called, or what they call angels, I should say. And a lot of them are around your home, because there's an awful lot of houses in the background behind her. The bear. The bear. The 10 of clubs. yes, you guys need to listen to your ancestors. It's put a lot of burden on them with the bear and carrying all that. And it's interesting we have the bear, because bear medicine is it's sometimes telling us that we have gifts, or gifts or something like that we are missing, that we need to tap into. But let's clarify more on that with the Yule Oracle. What kind of gifts you need to tap into? Let's see, what kind of gifts do my dear witches need to tap into, or that they're missing, that they need to tap into? Remembering. Oh, how the glimpse glimmer in the darkest of sights. Never forgotten, never still, yet pacing in the mind, in the twilight of the night. Remember in the beginning when I said the mind with that air and imagination. It's telling you to remember. And this is at night. She's out there like under the blanket as a ghost. They're wanting you to remember. So definitely, I recommend trying to tap into your dreams and doing dream work. Okay, what else advice do we got moving forward? And what other gifts are we missing here? The unknown. Think on it and you will stumble. For the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. The unknown. This is that dark matter. The unknown reminds me of our unconscious, which is, like I said, diving into that ocean, diving into the realm of unconsciousness, so we can remember everything that we need to remember, with the remembering, with the dark matter, with the dark moon there. Lilith. If you guys, again, another very, very strong deity to work with. Lilith is very, very empowering. I actually worked with her to help bring about some justice for women's rights. But if you can work with her, she is very, very big on the Kundalini and fire energy. And you can work with her very much so on the dark moon and the full moon. I tend to work with Hecate more on the new moon. Sometimes the full moon, but Hecate is pretty much always around, so, for me. Reindeer medicine. Reindeer are very spiritual, and they can also mean traveling. And it's interesting because this reindeer has that huge moon on its antlers. It's like, if some of you may have a reindeer or a deer as a familiar or a spirit guide. You know, we all have our animal totems or whatnot. But it's like they're bringing in the knowledge. That vast knowledge is headed your way. That's epic. Okay, 3 more of these, and then we will close it out. Ornaments. Yes, I feel, yes, fire magic I'm getting with these candles. I'm also being reminded of the holly. Holly is about rebirth. Holly, you know, with the red and the green here, oftentimes was used for protection, hung for protection, but it's very strong. It can withhold the winter season and still grow berries and not die. So it's very resilient. And this is telling you guys that your strength is that you're very, very, very resilient, and you will bounce back. New levels, new devils. You know, so part of the reason I started doing this series is because, you know, there are spiritual battles that we don't see going on almost all the time, and there's bigger ones coming. And, you know, the more witches we have empowered and united, the better off we will be. And I guess you just have to trust me on that one for now, because again, a whole other video. But self-care. Some of you this season, this holiday season, may be so busy, and so understandable. You have to remember to take care of yourself, okay? And I just got sick in my stomach all of a sudden, for some reason. But yes, self-care is a must, especially if you're going to be developing your magical skills and your intuition and working with your ancestors, okay? Last but not least, how beautiful. The crone. That's what's up. The crone. And I'm taking that one too. Father Christmas. We got the crone. The crone is related to Hecate. She is, you know, the... what is it? The three goddess thing. I can't think of it right now, but the crone is very powerful. The crone is very connected to Hecate. She's very connected to the ancestor. She's the boss, right? And then we got the Father Christmas, which is reminding you to be humble and giving, but definitely use that discernment. And again, with the holly in his head here for protection. And this is also proof that you will be completing this and empowering yourself and balancing your feminine and your masculine sacred energies. Oh, gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Okay, guys. Well, I hope this helped. I really, really do. Like I said, keep an eye out if you like these videos. I have many other videos you can look at, but I'm going to be doing more of these witchy videos because it makes me feel good to be able to do this. I didn't know when I started that graveyard series what was going to happen. You know, that first one just went into it. I just figured it'd be ghosts, demons. I was prepared for that. But I was totally in shock that it was witch spirits. Like, you would just have to go watch it. But if you are more interested in getting personal readings from me right now, I got to readjust my Buy Me a Coffee page, but you can go to the link and buy me a coffee below. And my members right now get free readings through me. It's something I do for them because my members are like my family. I usually do personal readings for my family, but the members now Buy Me a Coffee are like my family. And you also will get more extended videos and a lot more extras. After the holidays, I'll be doing more of those. But until we meet again, rise from those ashes.